Hey, what's up? This is Joe. I'm in Panama City Beach, Florida. I wanted to make this video to share with you one of my favorite motorcycle rides in the whole country, simply known as the Loop. If you're ever in the Ormond Beach, Daytona area, you absolutely have to ride the Loop. So it's an interesting ride because part of it, you're riding through this dense like jungle canopy, and then it comes out on the coast, and then you're sort of like got this awesome view of the coastline. Additionally, right now I'm working on some pretty exciting stuff, looking at launching a Patreon sort of subscription-based deal where basically you, the subscriber, if you pay like $5 a month, would have access to a lot of behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, tips, tricks and techniques and things like that as far as like living on a motorcycle. Pretty soon I should have the Patreon thing up and running, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, if you enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe, and as always, I've included an optional donate link in the drop box if you'd like to contribute to this project. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road. In case you're just tuning into this channel, I hit the road in April of 2019, and since then have been living on a motorcycle full-time. During the past 3 years, I've ridden through much of the US, Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. I primarily camp wherever I'm at, in the national forests, or wherever I can find a spot. It's a passion of mine to find the great motorcycle rides of the world, and to be able to share those with these videos.
Shitbox! You called Ruby a shitbox!
He lived. Living very much the life of a vagabond, I've made friends from all over the world, including like-minded folks such as Bob, who've also adopted a minimalist lifestyle on 2 wheels. She's a beautiful, look at this. Oh. Oh.
Welcome back!
Welcome back to the land of the living. Dude, last time I saw you,
Oh yeah, I was on
in different circumstances,
Yeah.
man. Look at you now, robust.
Oh, put all the way
Spry.
back on.
Yeah, put it right.
Doctor said 2 more days in the hotel room and I would have been dead.
Last time I saw Bob was from behind a plate glass window in the Sturgis Hospital. He developed a serious case of COVID and had literally been days away from dying before they finally got his symptoms under control. It was nice to see him out doing what he loves and being able to ride a motorcycle again. He was so sick up there in South Dakota, we weren't sure he was going to make it. Very cool, man. Well, I'm glad to see you kicking around. You look good. Is your energy good?
Yep. Well,
yeah. Well,
it depends.
You said that pretty quick. Yeah.
It depends.
One of the greatest challenges of living on the road is where to pick up your mail. A buddy's place works great, but when you don't have that, it gets tricky since a lot of places don't specify which shipping carrier they use. For instance, if I order something to the post office and they ship it UPS, it'll immediately be returned to the sender. This is a serious pain in the ass if ordering time-sensitive motorcycle parts. Since I knew I was going to be in Ormond Beach for Bike Week, I had a bunch of stuff sent to a family member who then packed everything into a smaller box and sent it to a FedEx pickup location. About 2 weeks ago, I ordered a bunch of stuff and had it sent to a Walgreens, a certified FedEx pickup location. Having been in Mexico all winter, there was a bunch of stuff I was looking forward to getting. Things that are hard to come by down there. Earplugs. Books. Drive shaft oil. That's a lot of shit. It's a Dr. Scholl's foot insert I got. Cheaper than buying a new pair of boots, that's for sure. Microwavable moisture packs, silica gel. I don't know that I really wanted 10 packs of them, but this is heavy as a brick. Open it up my mail, back home, got a lot of that. Almost ever since I hit the road, I've been working motorcycle rallies. They've been an awesome way for me to learn more about the bike scene and meet all kinds of interesting people. One such person is my buddy Mike, who I first met in Ormond Beach. There's a story behind that which I'll get into later, but he pulled into camp on a brand new Goldwing and suggested we go for a scoot down one of the best rides in the area. Known simply as the Loop, this route links A1A and Old Dixie Highway in Ormond Beach and covers a variety of terrain in the 22 miles it spans.
You've been through the Loop.
Oh yeah.
That's what we'll do. We'll go through the Loop and get out onto A1A and then go south there to 40.
That's perfect. Here's the quick version of how I met Mike. Last year I was in town for Bike Week. I just bought the ST, and imagine my surprise when 30 miles down the road, the bike died. I stopped at a fastener shop and got to talking with one of the guys behind the counter. He'd had an FJR parked outside, and I mentioned the symptoms I was having. He told me to come back in the morning, and that he'd had an old ST fuel pump sitting around in his garage. Now, if you break down almost anywhere in the US on a Harley, your chances of finding the right part are pretty good. But the chances of finding a fuel pump for my ST from a random conversation with a guy at a fastener shop were pretty damn slim. I showed up the next day, and sure enough, there was the fuel pump. I replaced it the next chance I got, and the ST rode true. I kept in touch with Mike since that fateful day, and he told me next time I was out this way to holler and we'd do some riding. The next section of the loop took us out of the dense jungle and onto A1A with a spectacular view of the ocean. I didn't know how far he was going to pull out.
I hate in town. So much shit happens all the time.
Yeah. This is new for me. Jimmy Hula's, right?
Yeah.
Little thing. Poke salad, raw tuna, salad, avocado. A largely self-made man who made his money selling a particular type of CB antenna, which he invented. When I met him, Mike had been working at B&B Fasteners. He'd since retired from the shop and informed me that now that he was free at last, his goal was to do a lot more riding. He had definitely chosen the right bike for it. Even though most of my friends are always there, I rarely have time to hang out during the rallies. I'm usually too busy during the show to do anything except work, sleep, eat, and do laundry. After the rally is always a time to rest up, socialize, and catch up on riding. I was excited when Mike offered to let me take his brand new automatic transmission Goldwing for a ride.
Yeah. And this is something I don't know if I invented it, but it's a key thing. Because my shoulder, I'm not able to sit on the seat and reach down and get it. So when it's under it, I'll go down and pick this up. Hold the handlebar, get on it, and straighten it up, and then ignition on here.
Okay.
Start, and then you just hit drive. You'll be reaching for the clutch, but it ain't there.
A sleeker redesign of the classic Goldwing, this bike struck me as extremely nimble with plenty of power. With the stripped down feel, low center of gravity, and DCT transmission, I realized I was exerting very little energy riding this motorcycle. This was clearly a first-class touring machine. you get used to the automatic transmission.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a trip to hear it downshifting when you're coming to a stop.
Yeah, 7 gears, and you get to 50, you're already in 7th gear.
I was making the corner onto the road down, the main road down there, and I was in like 3rd or 4th gear by the time I got around the corner.
It learns you too. If you like to sport around and you hot rod around out of the stoplights and shit, it'll RPM up to the next gear a lot further. If you just putz around, it putts around for you.
Wow.
But like I said, if you get aggressive, it'll start. Well, it ain't shifting. It finally shifts because you were hot rodding around. If the driver before him didn't know what the hell he was doing on a demo, then he's gonna get the results of what the last driver did. 50 to 75 bucks a piece.
Really?
Yeah, and then the stainless steel whip is a portion that ain't there. It sits in there.
CB antenna.
CB antenna.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty cool.
When did you come up with that?
About 25, 30 years ago. There were years I was selling $250,000 worth a year of these things, shipping them all over the world. All over the world, not only the United States and Mexico. And then once it got real popular, I was making real good money, of course, somebody sent one to China, and they come out with a King Kong, either called Monkey made in China, look exactly alike. They use the same materials and everything.
Somebody started selling one of our fairings, injection molded, with the Memphis Shades customer service number on it.
Oh, man.
But it's not our product.
I've had people do that, call me up and say, well, you got a lifetime warranty, mine's broke. I said, ship it to me. They shipped me a China-made antenna.
No shit.
Hey,
oh, God.
You got stung. All right.
But all right, Mike.
Let me know how you're going. You leave here. Yeah.
See ya.
Okay.
One by one, the cast of characters began leaving camp, off to the next adventure. I just started to get itchy feet myself. Seeing my friends at the rallies is always one of the highlights of my year, as well as getting a chance to ride the loop. After a few days of rest and socializing, I said goodbye to Daytona and hit the road once again.